Hello everyone, my name is To Live and Die. This is a just a game I'm going to cast. As you know, if you look at my YouTube channel, Mr. Scarab here, our Red Protoss, usually gives me a couple of replays of his every once in a while to cast, and this time he's giving me a replay that he claims he was supposed to lose. So we're going to watch it and see what happens. Just a second here, I'll just announce who I am. I am To Live and Die. I host the Daywalker tournaments every night. It's the Platinum Diamond Matcher tournament at 9 p.m. Eastern and the Platinum Under tournament every night at 10 p.m. Eastern. You can find us in StarCraft 2's chat channel Daywalker. Also, if you go to www.zeek.com or z33k.com, you can find all the tournaments there. I am also the host and admin. I'm also the officer in charge of the community and a partnership program on Zeek.com. So if you have any tournaments that you host on a regular basis and you would like them to be included in the regular Zeek tournament list, please let me know. Just send me an email to liveanddie@zeek.com. And I am just going to make sure of something real quick. Sorry for the delay. And we'll jump right into this replay right now. So here we go. We're going to see exactly why this Protoss was supposed to lose. At least that's what he said. But anyways, in the bottom left here, this is Condemned Ridge. This is the map. This is the new map for season number 8, because we are in season 8 already, guys. And this is a good old Tuesday. This is Saturday, June the 23rd, 2012. Bottom left here is our red Protoss Scarab. Up here in the upper right is alliTsGlory, our blue Terran. Now, as you can see, Condemned Ridge is a large map. Has the 4 spawn locations, and it looks like it has some pretty nice naturals and a nice third over here too. That's really nice how close that is. So looks like you can expand pretty good on this map. So anyways, we have the pylon down here in front of the Nexus, and we have your supply depot here up on the top of the ramp. Looks like it's going to be a standard wall off for our Terran player. Not too much going on in the early game. So we are not going to see a early expansion here for the Protoss. Instead, we're just going to have a pylon, and the Terran got his gas in his barracks at normal timings. So nothing too spectacular going on yet. Oh, nope, I was wrong. The Protoss did early expand. He put his pylon down, then he immediately went down to his naturals, put a pylon down, and then a Nexus. And now he's going to scout for the first time. And if we follow this probe, you can see where his rally point is. It's going to this upper left spawn location first. And now the scout for the Terran player is, oh, I'm sorry, he's going to scout with a Marine. And he's going to go to the left also, and he's going to see the probe over there. So neither of these two players have scouted yet. We have a factory now. And there goes a gas. So the Terran looks like he's going to go 1-1-1 with that extra gas, because since he has a factory down already, he did not wall in, as you can see. He did not wall in. The two scouts did pass each other. So the probe is on the way over to the Terran base. The Marine is scouting this upper left location, not going to see anything, is going to probably scout down this lower left location, and then he will know what a Protoss is, and he will know that the Protoss did expand, or did put his natural down, and will know that the Protoss is not going to have any type of pressure whatsoever, and he's going to feel very comfortable about where he is in his in this build. He's putting a bunker down. This is for safety, and then he's getting the reactor on the barracks. He's going to flip this over. Well, he did not put a starport down, so interesting. The probe is here in the natural, as you can see, and the Marine is going to be going into the natural and is going to get hit by a photon cannon and get killed. Marine gets killed. There goes the starport. And another starport. So we have 2 starports here for the Terran player. Very interesting. He should put this factory somewhere to get a tech lab started. Oh no, he's not. He's just going to float that factory on out of here. Very interesting. So we're just going to go 2 starport here for the blue Terran player. He's going to float his factory over. Where is he putting his factory? Very interesting play here from the Terran. I'm guessing this is a ladder game because you don't normally see this type of play in any tournament that I've seen, and I do tournaments constantly, and I don't see this type of play in tournaments very often. Anyways, Protoss down here is doing. Remember he had his expansion up, so he is mining. He has a good economy right now. In fact, you look at the income tab, we have 1,000 going on. We have more economy for the Protoss than we do the Terran, at least at that moment. It's pretty even right now. Look at the Army tab, 6 to 14. Of course, the Terran's going to have a little bit more. He's doing 1 base, whereas the Protoss expanded first. So it's going to be a little bit of time before the Protoss gets any army up and going. As you can see, the Terran player does have Marines. He has the bunker full of Marines. He does not have an expansion down yet. In fact, the Protoss is watching for that expansion as we speak, or as I speak. So we have 2 port Banshee here. He's making 2 Banshees at a time. Is he researching Cloak? No, he's not quite yet, but this is just going to be Banshee play all day long for the Terran player. He floated his factory over to the edge of the map and then down this left-hand side. So he's doing like his Overlord scout pattern here with his factory. He's going to get down here to the Protoss base, and what's he going to find? He's going to find 3-gate robo with a forge and 2 more gateways. So it's 5 gateways here for the Protoss player. He does have a photon cannon in front of his natural, as we saw. We saw it kill the Marine. Another photon cannon going in back of the base. This is just for safety, of course, you know, and that factory is still making its progress, making its way down the left side of the map. Look at this, 4 Banshees out already for the Terran player. Look at the Army tab, 34 to 21. He still has the lead in Army. Look at the income now, 1,200. So the Protoss will take over in economy as long as this Terran stays on this 1 base play. I guess the probe was killed. Let's look at the worker kills. Yes, I guess the probe was killed. Remember, the Terran player did not lose a worker. He sent a Marine to scout. So that's what's going on there. Here he comes. The factory's coming in here. He's going to see that the Protoss does have the
base
natural down. And the factory's going to be attacked by some stalkers.
Engine screaming.
And this has got to be disconcerting for the Terran, because he knows that the stalkers are going to be able to counter the Banshees. So the question is if he's going to research Cloak, because you would think he would research Cloak to be able to have some kind of advantage in the battle. But nope, he's just going to bring everything. He's bringing SCVs, Marines, and these 2 port Banshees here all the way down the map. He's not even going to go any circuitous route. He's just going to bring them straight through the middle of the map. Bold and brazen this Terran is going to be here. And he's on 1 base play. He's not going to expand behind it. He salvages the bunker. So there you go. Here we come with the Army. That is, what is that? 6 Banshees, and we have a whole bunch of Marines and SCVs here. What these SCVs are here to do is repair these Banshees, and then the Banshees will give these Marines vision over the high ground. Remember, no medevacs here. He cannot ladder these Marines. He's just got to go right up this ramp with everything. So here we go. The Banshees easily take out the photon cannon. The Marines are sitting here at the top of the ramp. These Banshees can do massive damage to these stalkers. We have Immortals on the ground, which, you know, obviously cannot shoot air, so he'll be able to take out the Immortals with the Banshee. With the Banshees. Let's get the hit point bars on. Oh, the Marines do take out an Immortal, and they take out a second Immortal, so both Immortals go down. He only has 2 stalkers left here. He has to pull his probes. The probes are trying to take out all the Marines. The Banshees take out all the probes. Now the Banshees are going to focus down a pylon. 21 workers killed for Scarab because he brought all those SCVs and was able to kill all those SCVs, so that's why the worker kill count is ahead for Scarab, and that might be what saves him here. He's going to chase around these stalkers around the main of Scarab. You don't normally see this. You know, normally it's the stalkers chasing the Banshee out of the way. In this case, it's the exact opposite. The Banshees are chasing the stalkers in the main base of the Protoss. So the Protoss, all he can do is sit back and watch what's going on. Oh, I see the Terran is streaming his units across the map, as you can see. If you look at the mini map here, he's streaming his Marines. Everything is just coming across the map. Banshees, Marines, everything. And these Banshees are still doing wreaking havoc inside this natural of the Protoss. These Banshees are still chasing these stalkers. That's so funny. You know, normally you see one Banshee in a Protoss base, and the stalkers are the ones chasing the Banshee away. But nope, not in this one. This one, the Banshees are stalking these stalkers. So funny. Anyways, this poor photon cannon back here just wants to be able to hit something. Finally, it is able to hit something, but guess what? There's so many Banshees here that it was taken out. Again, 4 more stalkers are warped in. He's focusing down these Banshees, and can he take out all of these Banshees with these stalkers that he's just warped in? A couple more hits on the Banshee, and it's going to go down. He needs to... Okay, so he was able to hold that enormous pressure from the Terran. And look, the Terran has not yet decided to create a command center. In fact, he's still rallying Marines. You look at the rally points of this. You see, his rally points are still down there. The starport rally points are not set. Again, he brings another round of all-in here. He's going to bring more SCVs. He has his Marines on the way. He has Marines down here already who are getting picked off by stalkers and zealots. So again, this Terran is just going to be incessant with his pressure. In fact, now he decides to stop his rally. Meanwhile, we have a warp prism. So we did make a warp prism. It's going to be able to warp in units here on the edge of this Terran base. Look at the vision of the Terran base. He does not see the warp prism, but he does see the warp in. And here comes some zealots into the mineral line of this Terran. Oh, whoa! He turns around. What does he want to focus down here? Oop, and I have chat going on. He's going to focus down these tech labs, so that no more Banshees can be made, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot make any more Banshees as of this moment because both of those tech labs go down. The one Banshee that did come out is able to focus down these zealots. Now he warps in stalkers to take care of the Banshee that just popped out of the starport. So no more Banshees. Now he has to put down more tech labs to keep doing what he's been doing, and that makes, you know, the Banshees that this build is dependent on. 2 Banshees now here in the base of the Terran, and that will be able to take out those the zealots that created a lot of problems for the Terran in the base. That warp prism can just stay there. He's in no danger whatsoever. These Banshees obviously cannot shoot air. The Terran player is still rallying these Marines to the middle of the map, or down to the Protoss base actually, so he's not even worried about the warp prism, and this is going to be fine, just fine for the Protoss. He can just warp in more zealots and take out the tech labs again. Yeah, so the battle continues. The Terran is going to be mined out of his main. He's going to be starved. He has to do something here in just a short while, because this Protoss with his 2 base is going to absolutely be able to smash this Terran as soon as it can get enough minerals to make this army. In fact, if you look at the army tab right now, Scarab now pulls it to within 8 in army units. If you look at the income, a way huger, you know, a larger economy here for the Protoss. I'm getting my words all mixed up here. In fact, the Protoss is really being bold here and just going to attack into this army. He has sentries here, so you can lay down some force fields. So he goes up and sees where the Terran is and decides to attack right into the army. Notice that the Protoss now has a larger supply. If you look at the army tab, 39 to 42, the gap is closing. Income tab, that's why, because the Terran just refuses to expand. In fact, if you look here, there's more Zealots inside the main base of the Terran player, and these Zealots are going to be able to take out this tech lab, both of these tech labs. There's no resistance being shown here whatsoever. This Zealot's attacking the supply depot, and he will not be able to make any more Banshees yet again. Again, these Marines are down here at the bottom of this ramp. Force fields try to keep out the Marines and cannot. All these probes, these stalkers, these zealots should be able to hold this Marine force off. He does have SCVs here to tank some damage, but it's not going to be enough. There's too much stalkers here. Look at the army income now. Now the Protoss has a larger army, and this game just took a turn for the worse for the Terran. The Terran just refused to expand. He wanted to do this all on one base. He cannot believe he lost this. He had that huge push at the beginning of the game, and he thought he had this game won. He was actually chasing the stalkers around into the Protoss' own main base. So now we have sentries here in the base, and what this is going to do, he's going to come over here and try to force field this ramp. At least he wanted to try to force field this ramp to disallow these Marines from getting up the ramp, but oh well, he's just going to lose maybe 3 sentries, 4 sentries, loses all of those sentries to these Marines. Banshee does make it back to the main base, and now Stalkers are here at the bottom of the ramp. I'm going to try to focus down this Banshee. It does go down. Now he needs to break open the wall, and he has left the game, and there you go. That's very interesting. The Terran refused to expand. The Protoss has hung in there as long as he could, and was able to overcome this one base play from the Terran. Alright everyone, that's the end of the game, and hope everyone enjoyed.